Whew. Let me know. Greetings, me old Spododactysis dinkles and popty pings, and how the devil are you? I hope you're well. Right, you're joining me here from where I am. Obviously I'm in Scotland. I do a lot of work in Scotland at the moment. That's because I work for a Scottish company. So guys have just gone down there to open these gates for me. Just leaving this site here now. Help if you put it in gear, Barry lad. I've had to reverse in here off the road. I think it's going to be too tight to turn left because of that van. There's a van at the bottom and I think it's going to be too tight. We might attempt it, but if not, guy says I can turn right and go down to a car park and turn around. I had to reverse in off the road and reverse up here, by the way. I think we might be able to make the left hand turning. Just looking here now, they've opened the gates wider. They wasn't as wide before. No, having thought about it, we might not. It's going to be tight because of these two vans, you see. We might make it. If not, we're going to turn right. Yeah, I had to drive past the place and reverse in on my good side, so it wasn't a problem. It wasn't an issue. I'm just mindful here. Just mindful. We'll try this. We might make it. Might just make this turning. Cheers, mate. Aye, no bother, thank you. Just mindful. Thanks, pal. Right, so there we go, we're out. Oh, we did make it after all. That's grand. Just mirrors as we come round. Thanking the man. I just have to pull up a little second temporarily because I've just noticed that my trailer isn't level. So I'm just going to pull him in here. Let's put my signal on.
After 80 yards, turn right.
Let's put my signal on here. People have got enough room to come past me. My hazards are on. Woman's coming out moving her car anyway. I just need to level this trailer up. There we go. Happy with that. Right. Signal back off. Mirrors. We're in Ayrshire. We've just been on a football ground here, so
turn right.
Turn right here. We came in this way, so that's all right. Happy with that. Mirrors. Just mindful, bit of a blind corner here up left, can't quite see what's coming over the bridge, but I'll just feather him, just tickling and fettling, that knows. And yeah, that's the situation. The time now is 20 to 5. We're going to be terracing down to Silloth. Crash, walla bing bong, ooh, what a picture, banging on the big bass drum, what a picture, rum tiddly um pom pom. We're going to be going down to Silloth, just trailer swap. We should have enough time to get down there, hopefully. If not, we'll park up close by and we'll get in and we'll swap trailers first thing in the morning, and then we're going to be loading for Kendal. Just a case of dropping this one, picking up, hooking up to a loaded one, strapping the bugger, and then setting sail for Kendal.
After 200 yards, turn left.
This morning I had a drop in Motherwell. I reloaded out the same place in Motherwell, a multi-drop for 2 sites, that being the second one. So I've had all day of it really. We're going to be going left here, which coincides to the same way we came in. So I'm going to be straggling this lane here because it's a tight turning. So I'm going to put the signal on now. I'm going to take up both lanes, but I'm mindful that something wide might want to turn from the lights from either direction, from my left or my right. So I'm going to take up most of the road now. Somebody mentioned this about me. Somebody mentioned this to me on one of my videos the other day. When you're straggling a lane, do you get people cutting up the insides or the outsides of you? Of course you do, and it's very frustrating. So I try and take up as much as the road as I can and give them my intentions with the signal on. If I came right over to the left, there was no way on earth I would make this left-hand turn. So I'm having to take up both lanes to do it. But like I say, I'm mindful that something else big might want to come from either left or right and turn, like this bus here. So just by holding back, we've given the bus enough room. Mindful of this pedestrian on his phone, not paying attention. The bus had enough room. Mindful, traffic coming towards me. Mirrors. Nice wide swing now. Now take it off, back over towards this curb. There we go, pal. Brings us around nicely. Signal's already taking itself off. Progress. Mirrors. Parked vehicles on left hand side. Signal's on. We're coming over. Mirrors. I can't quite explain it, but once the penny drops doing this kind of driving, it just comes natural to you. And I think it was about 6 months for me when I first passed my test. It was about 6 months before the penny started dropping, and I automatically I don't know, I can't explain it, but you just kind of know, I'm coming back in, you kind of know the positioning you need to be and how far to hang back, like that junction then. Straggle the lane but hang back a bit, just in case something big wants to turn. Because if I'd have been right up to that white line, then I guarantee that bus would have had no room to turn round and I would have been made to feel an idiot. Mirrors, signals on, parked vehicles on left hand side, we're coming across into lane 2. Mirrors. Yeah, it just comes natural to you after a while. I don't know, I can't explain it. Another truck driver, another HGV driver will know exactly what I mean. It just, all of a sudden it comes natural. Mirrors, mindful, this guy's going to pull out on me. He is doing. We'll stay in this lane because there is parked vehicles on left hand side. Road conditions are dry, it makes a bloody change. It's getting hot again. I think we're having a day of summer again. It's flashing an ankle at the weekend, summertime. It's not quite done with us. You know, we've had 2 or 3. I think we had 3 days of sunshine and a month of bloody rain. I was thinking of investing in a life jacket and a canoe over the weekend. Some mirrors. Still parked vehicles on the left. Mirrors, just backing him off. Lights are changing up ahead. Mirrors. Still reducing on exhaust bit. Just a little gentle dab at foot brake now. Just brings us nicely behind. It's blue Clio. Mirrors. Signals on. We're coming back across because traffic's being held up. Clio's got held up with that car though. We're right, we're good to go. Progress. We're on.
After 400 yards, go round the roundabout. Second exit.
Mirrors. Clio even is coming back at us now. Mirrors. I'm going to want to cross here, I think. Second exit. No, I'm wrong. Stay in this lane. Do I? No, I want to cross. Don't know where I'm going. Don't know what I'm doing. Lights are changing.
Go round the roundabout. Second exit.
I'm unfamiliar with this. I've probably made a complete cock up here and I may be in wrong lane, but I'm committed, so I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to this lane. I'm coming round within my right crease here. I think that lane would take me left, and I think, just looking now, I think it would also take me round to where I want to be on the second exit, but I'm committed, so that's what I'm doing. I'm unfamiliar with this road. Just mirrors, mindful, there is a car and a van come up the inside of me now on the left. So I need to watch where my trailer is to keep within my lane. I don't want to be a crunch or a scrape. Mirrors, lights are changed. Mirrors, just mindful now, watching this trailer on this side, wondering where this van is. It's hovering back a bit. Mirrors. Signals on. Van's held back for us, we're coming back round. So I could have gone in that lane, but hey, I'm unfamiliar. Every day's a school day, innit? You know what I mean? Mirrors. We are in a 50 at the moment, just coming into open speed limit. We it is a dual carriageway, so for us it will be 60 mile an hour or limit or 50-60. This is telling us that the speed cameras. That's telling me I'm close to white line. Looks like a dusty job, that harvesting there, doesn't it? Sweating. Mind you, they'll have aircon and everything, not like feeding days. Back in day, man and boy and all that shit, you know what I mean? A horse and a plough. Walking on a field all day with a clog and a pump on. Clog and a pump on, lad, sweating. Absolutely mop rag we were. Mop rag. Bloody mop rag, lad. We didn't complain. Oh no, we didn't complain. We had to get up in the morning half an hour before we went to bed. Our fathers used to thrash us with barbed wire. Them were the days you don't know you're bloody born. You young uns today, you don't know you're born. Ba 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 ba, stinky blood, shoo shoo, a swaying blood.
After 800 yards, go round the roundabout, second exit.
Second exit, right, we're keeping this lane now, we're going straight over this roundabout second exit by the looks of it. So we're keeping this lane and hopefully we'll stay in right bloody lane this time. I was unfamiliar with layout, with road. It is what it is. No big issues, we didn't hit anything, jobs are good. Burns Bachelors Club. This is gone.
Go round the roundabout, second exit.
Sounds very sophisticated, doesn't it? Burns Bachelors Club. Oh, aye. You know. Sounds very sophisticated, but also very outdated and very sexist. You know what I mean? It's as if like, women, you can get yourself a bachelor here. Come to Burns Bachelor Club, ladies. Oh, you don't know you're born. In reality, these days, it'll probably be a load of middle-aged pillocks sat round talking about golf and computer games. Shite like that. You don't need a man. You women, the world is your oyster. Do what you bloody want. Rely on no fucker. It's 2023, innit? You know what I mean? Unless I misread it and it was a spatula club for, you know, cake baking variety things, I don't know. This week is now week 6. No smoking. I must admit I'm gagging for a cig today, it's not gone away. I have my good days and I have my bad days. I haven't had one, but I am gagging for a cig now. Gagging for it, man. Gagging for one. Let's tell them. I'll have a swig of Lucas here instead. Lucas here original. What's hers on your chest, you know? Aye. Women love it. Not hers on my chest, they love drinking it, getting hers on theirs. Hers on theirs. Aye, yeah. I'm sneaking up trying in blood this shoe. Just mirrors, there's something in road there, it's a squash bucket.
After 800 yards,
Or a
go
bouquet,
round the
if you
roundabout,
posh. Just mirrors,
third
just coming
exit.
off this gas now, just backing him off at exhaust brake. Traffic up ahead is getting heavier and it's braking. Some mirrors. We're going third exit, A77 for Glasgow. Mirrors. We want to be coming across. Signals on, mirrors. We're now into a 50. No bother. Mirrors, backing him off, mirrors. Just mindful, there's a transit van braying on. Gonna come up on the inside of us here now. Here it comes. No, it's a Mercedes van, sorry, not a transit. Scottish Water. Signals on.
Go
We're
round the
right at this
roundabout,
roundabout.
third exit.
It's after 1 o'clock, so it's right hand lane. Mirrors. Mirrors. Few vehicles coming towards us from the right now, blocking us. Mirrors. Mirrors. We can't get out yet, there's 3 vehicles. We need a lull in the battle or a blocker. Mirrors, this blue car's my blocker. There's a blue car going all here now, that's my blocker, we'll have that. Not hanging about, fannying on, you'll never get anywhere. As soon as you see a blocker, boom, you're out. Mirrors, signals on. Mirrors.
Take the exit.
Taking it, love, I'm taking it. Oh, you bet your bottom dollar I'm taking it. Mirrors as we come round. Mirrors, signal off, progress. Yeah, there was a blue car coming across there, and as soon as you see it, you know that's going to be your blocker. Out you go. You don't be hanging about. If you hang about and fanny on, you'll never get anywhere. Look at all these cars coming down here now. Not one of these would give way to you. You don't need to bother about that. They'll all think bollocks to you, pal. I've got right away. None of them will give. They'll leave you there till 10 o'clock tonight. These buggers, these buggeroonies. They're not nasty people. They're probably the salt of the earth when they take the shoes off and slide into the slippers at home. You know what I mean? They probably run to Chippy in under 3 minutes in the slippers at home. Chippy tea time on a Friday night, pudding, peas and gravy. But you know, when the ignition's on, they just turn into complete twats. I'm sorry, but they are. I've said on a previous video, you've got to be mindful that everyone else around you is a complete twat. And I'm quite fully aware that everyone around everyone else, including me, will be seen as a complete twat. I am a twat, do you know what I mean? But I can't count myself in it because, hey, I'm working, you know. Mirrors, mindful, this thing's going to pull out. Here it comes. Pulled out in front of Van, so Van's had to brake. Who's mindful? We knew it was here. We knew it was happening. No bother. No issues. No issues, no dramas. No this, that and t'other. Mirrors. So I don't think that I am going to get this load on at Silloth tonight. I really don't. I'm going to be pushing it if I do. And if I do, I'm probably going to be staying at Silloth. Which is no bother. Matters not. Mindful, mirrors. White vehicle pulling out there. Just mindful, I can't go anywhere. Just hang back. Just come off that gas, just let it come out in front of us. Mindful, mirrors. There is traffic outside of me. Idly, 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 idle. A stinking, rotten, bloody shoe. So we're 6 miles from Kilmarnock, 28 miles from Glasgow, and we're headed on the A77, which will spit us onto the M77. Makes a change, it not bloody raining, I tell you, it's crap these last couple of weeks. Just mindful of leaving a decent gap between me and this white car, what we let out before. Mindful, this thing's turning, mirrors. Just back him off, there's a car coming. I'm going to come out with time. No, we don't need to now. Oh, mindful again. Black car now. We will come out this time. Let him on. So the average speed camera 50, mirrors. I'm going to come back in. He's out, he's clear. He's up, he's moving, I've seen him, he's down. back into open speed limit. Big dead badger outside of the road there. The big buggers, them badgers, when they sees them, they knows. When they sees them, it's a shame when they sees them deer at the side of the road. It's a bloody shame, but you know, they're amazing how big they are, and they're a beautiful looking creature, a badger, I think. Oh, they bite your bloody face off if you try and get up close and personal with one, but they're an hard bloody creature, a badger. Mirrors. Mindful of this thing in this lay-by. Lights, brake lights are on, mirrors. I don't know if it's just pulled up or it's going to be pulling out. Its indicators just come on, so it is pulling out. Mirrors. Mirrors, we're going to check this thing. There's a little van now braying on at the back of us. It's just come up. It's just come right up my rigged. It's trying to overtake me. I don't know why. It's right up my rigged now. It's just come right up close. There was no issues when I pulled out. It's just sped up as soon as I got into this second lane. It sped up to come right up my arse. Some mirrors. Oh, he's backed off again now. Must be listening to us. Some mirrors. Last of all though, indicators on. We're back in. Mirrors. Here comes the little van. Little Fiesta van, I think. A little Fiesta car even. A76 Dumfries. Yeah, beautiful road to go down that, the A76 now, but we're not going that way because it'll take too long. You end up coming down something called is it the Dalwhinnie or the Dalwhinnie Pass or something like that, I think, to the side of the A76, or is that the A702, then onto the A76, I'm not sure. We're not going that way. Going towards Glasgow, the A77. Mirrors. I recognise where I am. I've just seen signs for Troon. I used to go to Sawmill at Troon with Yankees. And I also used to go to another place around the corner, not a million miles away. And if I head towards Cumnock, I'd end up at Thingamajig. You know what I mean, to the side of whatchamacallit, Mirrors. There's a car coming overtaking me. I can't do anything here with this van. I'm just going to have to hold my course and he's going to have to back off. There's two cars now coming overtaking me. There's a big place I used to go with Yankees, BSW, not Dalbeat, it was another one, Auchinleck, that's it, Auchinleck. It's a pain in the arse in there. Hello, Yankees walking floor, just coming into Tur sample station on radio. Hello, Yankees walking floor, just leaving sample station. Hello, Jenkins walking floor. I've just got round to Sawdust Pile. Can I get out? I mean, I understand why they do it. Some poor bastard got killed, got squashed with a shovel, I think. But it's gone from one extreme to the other. Health and safety, fucking way over the top. Like. But I understand why they're doing it. It's a pain in the arse. Hello, Jenkins, walking floor. I need a piss. Can I piss in my bottle? You know, you have to ask permission to do everything. I'm just breathing. Jenkins, walking floor, just breathing. What you get back is, I nibble the pal. I nibble the pal. Everything's, I nibble the pal. I think that's just a gremlin in radio. I nibble the pal. That's what its name is, I nibble the pal. You end up with bloody earache working in there all day with radios going off. Like I say, it's perfectly understandable why they do it. I mean, that site I've just been on, the fella come round, manager come round, I was just cracking on with lads, mate. Manager come round, I'm eating a sandwich, you know what I mean? Have you done your health and safety, have you done your induction? I says, nah, didn't know I had to. Aye, well, you've shorts on, you're eating a sandwich when there's welfare facilities over there. I said, I know worries. These guys will get you an induction, you'll have to read through it and sign it. I said, don't bother. There's no point being a smart ass with him, you know what I mean? I said, I did. I said, it'll be same old shite. Well, they're always same on every site you go on. Same old shite. I said, but if you give us your form, I'll sign it for you, no problem. I weren't being a smart ass, I was just saying it as it is, or as I see it. I thought, he's only doing his job, you know what I mean? He's only doing his job. The thing is now, everybody wants to be in the position now where they've covered their own arse. They don't give a shite if you break your leg. But if you do break your leg, you've signed that form to say, I've had my induction, so they've done their job. So anything else then is down to you. Anything that happens on that site or any site then, and they've inducted you, you've signed that form to say they've inducted you, it's your own fault. You know what I mean? It's just to avoid blame. Well, he was told X, Y, Z. Aye, but the machine fell over and squashed him. Aye, well, it's not our fault. He's done his induction, he signed it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. There's no point getting aggravated about it. It's where life is. I mean, let's be honest, right?
800 yards, keep right.
Let's be honest, right? If they had all this bloody health and safety and bollocks, red tape bollocks, what they have these days now, if they had it in the Victorian era, right? If they had it in the old Victorian days and the Victorian era, nothing would have got built. Nothing would have got built. Some mirrors, we're now coming on to the M77. And you know something, I don't think, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some very skillful tradesmen today, but I don't think 95% of today's modern society, construction men, women, tradesmen and women, plumbers, bricklayers, plasterers, you name it, I don't think they could build something as good today as what they did 100 years ago. I really don't think they could. I think we've lost that skill set. They can lay bricks, of course they can. They can, you know, you get a bricklayer can lay bricks today, of course he can, or she can, of course they can. But I don't think they could build anything as good today as what they did 100 years ago, I really don't. Because, I'll tell you for why. One, the materials are a load of shite today. It's all about cheapness and put it up as cheap as possible and maximise the profit. And two, they're throwing it up in 2 minutes because they're all on price work. So they're getting paid with how many bricks they lay. So they're not bothered about going back and making sure it's all neat and tidy. They're just throwing it up. But then again, I can't lay bricks, so who am I to criticise anybody? Do you know what I mean? Because there will be somebody what says that. Mirrors. So the heavens are open. Here comes Lorraine again. Mirrors. For all that I was saying before about we're having sunshine, we've lost it now. Like 4 seasons in a bloody day, isn't it? Mirrors. Yeah, there are still some, and you know, there are still some very specialist trades out there, like a thatcher. You know, you never see it advertised. Thatch roofing. Thatch roof trainee required for thatch roofing company. You never see out like that advertised, do you? But it's a bloody skill. There are still some houses, mainly down south of that still, I think, building regulations and listed buildings and that say that they have to be maintained in the same way. So it's a bloody skill in itself. But your average brickie, you know, your average brickie couldn't build something what they did 100 years ago. You go to any old churchyard or anything and just look at look up. The next time you're in a town, in fact, forget about a churchyard. The next time you're in a town centre or city or anywhere, built up area, look up at the buildings. Have a look up. Walk around your town centre tonight, tomorrow or at the weekend and just have a look up at some of the buildings, what was built years ago, and look at the intricate detail in it. It's absolutely fantastic. Just a fantastic feat of engineering. The best thing I like looking at, mate, I've never actually been down one personally, but I love looking at videos of like United Utilities and stuff when they're down in bloody sewers in the thick of it, you know what I mean? Proper big sewers what up out in street, like big cathedrals what you can walk down. And look at the bloody detail in that, the bricks, the craftsmanship that went into it, the skill and the, you know, the pride of laying them bloody bricks and intricately jointing the mortar and all that. Things what would never see the frigging light of day again, and all they're there for is to transfer shit from one part of the city to the next. Sewage. But look at the skill that went into it. And the men has built that over 100 years ago, 150 years ago in Victorian days. They're all dead and long since planted. The sons and daughters are all long since bloody dead, you know what I mean? But that bit of equipment that they built, that tunnel that they built, that shithole of a sewer that they built, is still standing today and still serving people generations later. Do you know, I love out like that. I think it's brilliant, I really do. You know, knowing that nobody would ever bloody see it. But yet they did job proper. They didn't cut corners. They didn't say, oh, that doesn't need mortaring, bollocks to it, it'll be alright, nobody will see it. They did it proper, because they had pride. You know what I mean? Pride. Whereas today, they just, fuck it, leave it. Not my problem. There's a big hole in that wall, just put a bit of mortar on, fuck it. So then plasterer comes along and fuck it, he'll plaster over it. And then some poor bugger buys it, gets a big Morgan's new stone around the neck. They go for hang a picture up in that concrete fucking breeze block, try and put a nail in, and boom, that big clump of shit falls out, and half of the fucking wall comes off. But the brickie what laid it, he's not ours, because he's long gone, he's been paid, he's fucked off. Boots it, packed it, fucked off. He's not bothered. Do you know what I mean? And it does happen, because I've seen it done. 20 years ago when I come out of the army, I worked on building sites as an odd carrier, a brickies labourer. And I was working with 2 brickies and they were buggers for doing it. They used to do it regular, I'd cut the blocks for them. And one time I get this block and I cut it and a big chunk come off when he was putting mortar on and that. And he said, fucking throw it in. And I did another one and a chunk come out of that. I said, give it here, pass it here, it'll be alright. Whack it on, and they just filled it with mortar. Don't worry about it, we'll be long gone by the time plasterers been round after we've gone, don't fucking worry about it, we'll be long gone. And that's the attitude a lot of them have. Fuck them, you know what I mean? Fuck them, not my problem, not my issue. Get the bricks in, get your money and get gone. It's a shame. Well, that's not their fault, it's just the way society is. Do you know what I mean? It is just the way society is. Dog eat dog. Certainly this last 30 years it's gone that way. There's not much sense of community anymore. It's just, over the last 30 years it's turned into a dog-eat-dog society. Fuck you, I'm alright, Jack. You know what I mean? I'll take what I want, I'll take what I need, and fuck the rest of you. It's a shame. It really is a shame. But that's how the modern world is. It's not going to get any better, I'm afraid. I don't mean me morbid, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm hoping to get to Silloth actually, because there's a chippy in Silloth and I can park up in Silloth and go bloody chippy. Might fancy a party pub as well, I don't know yet. I hadn't decided. We'll do something. Mirrors. Newton mirrors. Looks like a long bloody road this M77, don't it? Bam, biddle up, no, bam, biddle up a day. There's a matrix sign out here with useless tat information on it. Mirrors, just approaching junction 5, East Kilbride. Mirrors. Oh, it's telling us there's a queue ahead, M8 North, at junction 24, Helen Street. I don't know Helen, and I didn't know she owned her own street. There you go, Mirrors. Coming into a 60. No bother to us. Straight out. Even down, flat out, limited. Mirrors. Signs out for Paisley and Glasgow, so I know where we are, I know where we're going to come round, no problem. Just off that gas now, just rolling him round, tickling and feckling him, rolling him up, offering him up, lad, steady Eddie. Bit of a exhaust brake now. Mirrors, mindful, traffic coming down on this slip road, Mirrors. One coming past me, just Mirrors. Mindful of these two coming out, also, I don't know that's a road, Mirrors. Mirrors. Mirrors, just mindful, we're catching this white van. Mirrors, signals on, we're going to come out, we're going to come round it. Backing him off and creeping up 59. Good legged. Rent a kill. So Mirrors, we're just past him now. Mirrors as we come back in. Just backing him off. easily. We're carrying on, we're 5 mile yet, 5 mile, and then we should be coming off on the M74. We'll take you through to M74, mirrors mindful, we're breaking up ahead, and all realising now that they may want to be coming off from Paisley. This is where it just gets, this is where it starts getting interesting now, mirrors. We are going to drop down into a 50, I do believe, at some point, mirrors. We'll keep on here, following him for, following down towards the M8. We're going to come off for the M74 from Carlisle. So mirrors, just backing him off. We are descending at a rapid rate of knots. Stay in this lane. Yeah, I thought we did. We dropped down into a 50 here. There is speed cameras knocking about on these stretches. I'm starting to recognise where I am now in Scotland. I'm starting to think, oh, I've done that job, I've been there. I mean, you know, when I was with Yankees, but I've done jobs on here now after a... This is week 9 for me today, here. So I've done 2 months, this is week 9. But I'm starting to recognise various places and thinking, I've done that, been there, I've done that. If I turn down there, it'll take me to such a place, and that's the job I went to. Do you know what I mean? Spitting a rain coming again. Just back him off, just creeping up, just touch 51 then. So there are speed cameras down here. Snake and rod trying to chew. I'm a diddly-eyed too. Stinging and banging and biddly boo. Somebody else said to me, you know, on one of my recent videos, why do you just come out with random outbursts of different weird songs and just random outbursts and sayings and whatnot? I don't know, maybe because I'm fucking mental, who knows? I've not a clue. Maybe because I'm mental, maybe because I'm bored. Maybe because I don't like the thought of having dead air and not saying nothing. I don't know. Some mirrors, just mindful. There is one coming up this slip road. However, that Range Rover was overtaking me, so that's now going to slot in behind us. Range Rover man slotted in front of us. I'm mindful. You get people jostling about for position now. Range Rover was too close to the car in front, so that's why his or her brake lights came on then. Mirrors. Mindful, we're all slowing down, jostling. We're all bunching up in lane 2 now. So the mirrors, we'll just keep back. 2 in front in lane 2 is indicating it's going to want to cross. So when Range Rover goes past, that's going to come in front of me. So mirrors. Oh, it's going, braying on. It's going to come in front of Range Rover now. There you go. I'm going to probably need fuel at Lockerbie as well. Mirrors, mindful, back him off and close it up to Range Rover. Just seen signs for Carlisle there. M74. I think I'll throw it into, is it Roswell Services? I'll throw it into the setter R2 and we'll crack on. I could do with putting kettle on for a brew. I've only had 2 cups of coffee today. And it's 5:20. But I haven't got time. I need to be getting down to Lockerbie. I need to be cracking on. To be getting down to Lockerbie, refueling. There's some I need to change some straps. I'm a bit gutted, to be honest, but it is what it is. I had to drop a trailer on Thursday at a place in Stoke where we have keep trailers in this yard. And to save time, because I needed to get to Liverpool, mirrors mindful, one broke down here on this slip road. Well, it looked like it had, and now he wants out. Mindful. Can't let him out, there's cars up my arse and a van overtaking, so he or she's just going to have to wait. It has the hazards on initially. Yeah, I dropped this trailer in the yard in
After
Stoke.
800 yards, keep left.
And to save time, I was told leave it strapped up. All your straps, ratchets, we'll give you new ones when you're coming up to Loch Ness, as long as you've got enough to strap these cabins up. So yeah, no bother. So I came up to Loch Ness, on my way up to Glasgow to tip Friday's load, mirrors, and I got 11 brand new ratchets and 11 brand new straps, and also my corners. Did what I had to do, came back, dropped the trailer I had in the yard, and I keep all my straps and ratchets on bread basket, two bread baskets at the back of the unit strapped on. Whoever brought that bloody trailer up, what I took this morning, must have been told, such a body's taking that. So he or she has clearly thought to themselves, they've had a look at my mirrors, just mindful, they're all wanting on in front of me, mirrors, just going to let this red car come on. They've obviously had a look at my unit when they've come into the yard and thought, right, he's got brand new straps, brand new ratchets on there. What I'll do, I'll leave this trailer strapped up for him with all my shit ratchets and straps. Straps what are fucking knackered, no good, frayed and everything. And I'll leave him with shite, and I'll take all these brand new ones. Luckily I've got some more inside locker. And I come in this one, I thought, you rotten bastards, like, you know what I mean? I thought, you bastard, I'm now stuck with all these fucking shit straps. So I wasn't happy, but it is what it is. So all I'd done on Friday is I got all these brand new ratchets and straps, I took all the plastic cable ties off them, threw them all out, rolled them all up in a neat order, put them all in bread basket, and all I'd done is the donkey work for some other bastard to come along and deck them. I never used any of them, you know what I mean? Somebody else had took them, just left me all the shit. So there's at least 5 what's no good. So I'm going to be swapping them when I get down to Loch Ness in a bit. There's no point kicking off, it is what it is. You're always going to end up with somebody else's shite at some point. If you go on holiday, the truck's going to get used, so somebody else is going to take all your good straps and leave you all the shit, and then the battle starts all over again of how do I then set about getting these changed, you know what I mean? But it's not sexy, but there's no point kicking off and complaining, because it is what it is. It's the nature of the beast. When you're trailer swapping like that, somebody else is always going to take your good stuff and leave you their shit, you know what I mean? It's bloody annoying, but such is life. Worst things have happened at sea. Speaking of that sounds like a foghorn, doesn't it? Mirrors, mindful, just mindful of these now. This one here, blue car, was wanted to cross. He doesn't want to be in that lane, he's currently in, so he wanted to cross in front of me. Mindful, another blue car here, see, mirrors. He's wanted to cross, no indicator, just comes across. 3 in front now, white van, that's moving across, mirrors. That's gone from lane 2 to 3, mirrors. We're staying in lane 2, because that one's going off to Pomegranate or something. Mindful, mirrors, white one. See, they're all realising now that they're in wrong lane. Mirrors, back him off. These two's up each other's arses now, mirrors. Pomegranate or Pomeglade and Rutherglen. Lane 1's going off to. We don't want that, we don't know where that is. We don't like the sound of that. Pomegranate with me Rutherglen. No thanks. I'll stick to my bloody milk loaf. You keep that to yourself, pal. Mirrors. Here comes Lorraine again. Mindful. See, that white car's now realised it wasn't right lane after all, so it's got back across. Shuffling, jostling about for position. Mirrors. We can come over now into lane 1. Mirrors. Mindful of this black car now, we're gaining on it rapidly. Mirrors. Shall we take it? Mirrors signals on. Mirrors mindful, there's traffic joining now. 1, 2, 3 on Slip Road. Black car's going to have to deal with them. We're coming round nicely. Mirrors. I'm going to stay out in lane 2 because lane 1's now going to Rutherglen and Camberslang. Camberslang and Rutherglen. Is it Rutherglen or Rutherglen? Camberslang. Sound like 2 fishing trips, don't they? We're going this weekend, pal. Oh, we're going bike fishing at Rutherglen. I enjoy it. I was grand. I went Camberslang last week. Didn't catch a thing. Do you know I've got a theory about the Loch Ness monster? At Loch Ness, obviously. Or Fort Augustus. I've got a theory. 2 men from Wigan, right? Way back when, 2 men from Plattbridge, Derek and Dave from Plattbridge in Wigan went on a fishing trip, park fishing, right? And they went out one day, and Derek had landed this fish at this big park, and he wanted Dave to net it for him. But Dave was more interested in taking a photo, and he knocked it off. No, it was a snig. Sorry, it was an eel. It was a snig. And he was more interested in trying to take a photograph, and instead of netting it, he hit it with bloody net and knocked it off, and it had gone away. So when they went back, right, to Diggs, landlady said, "Have you got on?" "Oh, have you got on? Bloody terrible, oh, he's bloody backward this man, backward. You can't take him nowhere, this man. I had a great big bloody snig on, a bloody great big snig, his biggest snig I've ever seen in my bloody life." And I said, "Dave, net this." "Well, they were more interested in taking bloody photograph and knock bloody thing off." "Oh, how big was it?" "Oh, it was 8 foot long, bloody great big snig, it was 8 foot long." And that's how it started, I think. It became then a Chinese whisper. And the more people that went up, you know, the legend was born and tale was born. And I think that's how the Loch Ness Monster legend came about. It was started by 2 men from Plattbridge in Wigan, who was out pike fishing and ended up catching nothing but a cold, and Dave caught a lot of abuse off Derek. Yeah, 2 men, Derek and Dave from Plattbridge in Wigan. That's where the Loch Ness Monster theory started. That's my excuse, my version of events anyway, and I'm sticking to it. What do you think? Bloody great big bloody snig it were, great big snig. I believe the term for a snig is, I believe the term they use is snig, but I believe a snig is an eel. And I think that's what happened. You might disagree with me, you might think I'm fucking mental, you might think I'm fucking crackers, but then again, it's cost you nothing, has it, for a watch? Some mirrors. Q, M74 South, off Slip Road after Junction 5, Wraith. There wouldn't bloody be one. Mirrors, mindful, Slip Road. Just looking, there's no coming. Oh, iddly, pissy boo. Iddly, it's Derek and Dave from Plattbridge. Right, Derek and Dave from Plattbridge. Of course, Derek went on to marry Maureen, and you've all heard about Maureen. Many a times I've told you about Maureen. Maureen. She's married to Derek. The love of her life, you know. Diddle bum bum stinking swine, diddle am a diddle dick dum hum clipping dum picky dum bredo, eat tight ticky tight bredo pie, diddle dick dick diddle dum dum da 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 da. Hey, you think so? The year's nearly gone now. We're coming round to Christmas soon, the horse. Mirrors, were it wrongly. Signals on. Staffed up van. Let van go. Let minibus go. Mindful mirrors. This thing's no indication, this BM in front, it's just gone straight across in front of every bugger. BMW though, innit? They're allowed to, they're entitled. What they do. There's a separate test for BMW drivers. It's called The World Is Your Oyster. Do as you like. Don't do as you're told, do as you want, do as you want. If you drive a BMW, you have a licence to do what you want, basically. Normal rules don't apply to you. If you drive a BMW, nothing applies to you. You can do what you want. Mirrors, mindful. Backed him off, ready, anticipation, like a coil spring, that was. Just like a coil spring going, lad. Still mirrors mindful. We're not going to come back into lane 1 just yet, because there you go, see? Somebody will want to cross. Mirrors. Just mindful, I don't know where this truck's going to go. He's swerving a little bit, there you go, he's coming across. Cactus Jack and his Volvo FH540. Red Devil on the back. Just mindful. Just mindful. I'm not going to come back in just yet because I'm too close to Cactus Jack and his FH540 Volvo. Some mirrors. Signals on. I'm going to come back in now. Mindful of this car transporter. Does he want the services? In fact, I want the services, so we're double mindful. This is my services, this is where we're coming off. Mirrors. I did say I would take you to Rothwell or Bovwell services. This is it, yeah, Bovwell. Otherwise we'll end up doing a 15-hour video and it'll take 2 weeks to upload. I'm just going to quickly pull into here. I'll go to the toilet for a pee. And I'll set her out. Well, we'll set her out to you first, obviously. I'll go to the toilet for a pee, then we're going to crack back on because I'm up against it now. I've 3 hours and 27 minutes left before I need to pull in for the night and take 9 hours off. Which I might not get to Silliphon, that, I'll be honest with you. If I do, I'll be pushing it to get trailer swapped, strapped up, and get out there and get parked up. So I may be putting this load on tomorrow, just backing him off because right up close to this in front. Volkswagens. And I think that's a Ford Transit van on top. Mirrors! Right, so yeah, I hope you've enjoyed
your
this.
Destination.
How can I have reached my bloody destination? I just programmed it for Scylla, you backward pig. So right. I have been your old mate Borothea. Once again, you, my friend, have been beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for watching. and join me again on the next one. I think I've got 2 videos out of this. I will clip out the bits about straggling the lane earlier on, just mindful pedestrian. Now we need a gap here for boom him in. Mindful, nice wide swing. There's traffic in there, can't get in. Nice wide swing. We're going to have to continue on. There should be a gap in between Ramage. I think there is.
After 80 yards, turn right.
It's going to be
then
tight.
turn left.
Right, it's going to be too tight for getting in between Ramage, so we'll just pull in to the side.
Turn right, then turn left.
Right, like I said, I've been your old mate Boris here. Once again, you, my friend, have been beautiful. But for now, I'm out of here. Thanks very much. I'll see you later. Ta-ra, night.